Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, and you're watching the Tip-Off, where we tip you off on today's NBA matchups. How to gamble, how to bet. Well, you might note that we have the balloon today because that symbolizes that one of us guessed 100% correct yesterday. Congratulations, Gabe. You were 100% on your guesses yesterday.
One for one.
One for one. It was pretty much predestined to be a balloon day because one of us was going to be 100% when there's only one game to bet on. Today, however, it's not the story. We have a great many games on the schedule. And what's up first, Gabe?
12 games tonight.
Ooh.
A dozen. First up, we've got Philadelphia traveling to Toronto to take on the Raptors, where the Raptors are favored by 6.5 points. I'm taking Toronto. Fourth game in 6 nights for both teams, and both clubs have won 4 games in a row. But Philly is still without Joel Embiid, while the Raptors are fully healthy. Ben Simmons has been really great of late. Furkan Korkmaz, Matisse Thybulle have been stepping up as well. Sticking with the Raps here, though.
Well, I favor the Sixers, so I'm going with the Sixers tonight.
All right, next we've got Sacramento traveling to Detroit to take on the Pistons, where we've got an even line, no favorite. I'm taking Sacramento. Kings have lost 5 in a row, and they'll be without Richaun Holmes again, but Andre Drummond is listed as questionable for the Pistons. Sacramento.
No, the Pistons will be pissing all over them.
All right. Next, we've got Oklahoma traveling to Orlando to take on the Magic, where the Magic are favored by 1.5. I'm taking Oklahoma here. Both clubs 6-4 in their last 10, and Steven Adams and Nerlens Noel are both listed as questionable for the Thunder. I think we'll get at least one of those guys. Will give it a go for Oklahoma. And the Magic, this is their first home game following a 6-game road trip, so it really barely constitutes as a home game for them. Oklahoma City here.
I believe in Magic.
Right, next, we've got the Lakers traveling to New York to take on the Knicks, where the Lakers are favored by 11.5 points. I'm taking the Lakers. Marcus Morris is questionable for the Knicks. The Lakers have lost 2 of 3, but I expect them to come out sharp, and they also beat the Knicks by 30 just a couple weeks ago, January 7th. Lakers.
No, Knicks.
All right, next we've got Memphis traveling to Boston to take on the Celtics, where the Celtics are favored by 7.5 points. I'm taking Memphis. Jaylen Brown's listed as questionable for the Celtics. They've lost 3 of 4, the Celtics have, and they are coming off a 32-point win over the Lakers, but the Grizzlies have won 8 of 10, taking Memphis.
Never question the Celtics on the parquet.
All right, next we've got Washington traveling to Miami to take on the Heat, where the Heat are favored by 10.5 points. I'm taking Washington. It's the 3rd game in 4 nights for the Heat. They are going to be getting Jimmy Butler back after he sat out on Monday, but I'm taking the Wizards to keep it close enough here, within single digits anyways. Washington.
The Heat is on.
All right, next we've got the Clippers traveling to Atlanta to take on the Hawks, where the Clippers are favored by 4.5 points. I'm taking the Clippers. They are on the second night of a back-to-back, which means that Kawhi Leonard is expected to sit out, and they could also be without Paul George and Pat Beverly. But the Clippers did beat the Hawks by 49 without Kawhi and Pat Bev back in mid-November. Taking the Clippers here.
There's one thing the Clippers cannot clip, and that is the wings of the Hawks, who will fly and soar tonight.
All right. Next, we've got Minnesota traveling to Chicago to take on the Bulls, where, again, we've got an even line, no favorite. Taking Minnesota. The Wolves have lost 6 straight, but that ends tonight. Karl Anthony Towns going to have himself a field day against Chicago's injury-riddled front court. Book it, Minnesota.
Bull. I'll go with the Bulls.
All right, next we've got San Antonio traveling to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans, where the Pelicans are favored by 3.5 points. I'm taking New Orleans. It's the third game in 4 days for the Spurs. The Pelicans could be without Josh Hart and Derek Favors, both listed as questionable, but we're expecting Zion Williamson to make his much-anticipated debut tonight, going with the Pels, who have won 11 of 16 here. New Orleans.
San Antone.
All right, next we've got Indiana traveling to Phoenix to take on the Suns, where the Pacers are road favorites by 1.5 points. I'm taking Indiana. No Aaron Baines for the Suns. It is the third game in 4 nights for Indiana, but I'm predicting a big bounce-back performance from Domantas Sabonis, Indiana.
The Suns will shine.
All right, next we've got Denver traveling to Houston to take on the Rockets, where the Rockets are favored by 8.5 points. I'm taking Denver. The Nuggets are expected to be without Jamal Murray, Paul Millsap, Mason Plumlee, and likely Gary Harris is listed as doubtful as well. Also, it's Denver's third game in 4 nights. But as you've probably figured out by now, if you're a regular listener, I'm contractually obligated to take the Nuggets here. Denver.
Harding playing tonight?
The Beard is playing.
I never bet against the Beard.
All right, the finale. We've got Utah traveling to Golden State to take on the Warriors, where the Jazz are favored by 8.5 points on the road. Taking Utah. The Warriors have lost 11 of 12. 7 of those losses were by 9 points or more, while Utah has won 17 of 19, and 10 of those were by 9 or more. Plus, they're back at full strength. Completely healthy Jazz team. Going Utah here.
That's an awful lot of reasoning. My gut tells me to bet on the Warriors tonight, so I'm betting on the Warriors.
All right. This has been another episode of the Tipoff, where one of us is always right. Thanks for tuning in.